Hey everybody, this is Donald Stuckey here with Stuckey Media. I want to thank you again for joining me on this video. Today we're taking a look at the 85 G Master. We're looking just at the results of the lens, what it can actually produce. And that's something that I think we don't do enough of when we're reviewing photography products. Now, this is a lens that I have owned for the last several months. Um, I first got it during the summer, and these photos are all cosplay photos from around August to about November of this year that I've shot. So I've had a few months to shoot with this item. Um, I know I've been gone for a little bit, haven't made a video in a while, but I've been getting a new computer setup and dealing with some other things that have been going on. So let's get right into it. So we have this first image here. Um, this image was shot at 1/500 per second, f2.5 ISO 100, and you can again just see the how gorgeous this image looks. There was some light editing that was done, and just so you know, all of the images were taken with the Sony A7R3, and we're using obviously the G Master 85 on here. And so, first thing people ask about is the eye sharp, and you can see for yourself. I think that is perfectly sharp, especially when you have parts of the cosplay wig going into the eye. Um, and a lot of times that can make it difficult for the autofocus to nail the eye, but you see it did a great job there. Moving on to the next image, we have a Princess Leia from Star Wars A New Hope, and again, straight into the eye, tack sharp. On this shot, we did use a 8200 with a Octabank one level of diffusion on this shot, but you can see for yourself. Tack sharp in the eyes, beautiful defocus area. We had her in front of a area where there was flowers and grass in there, and you can just see tack sharp. Moving on, this is one of those KDA, I think it's League of Legends characters, and you know, first thing, sharp in the eyes, tack sharp on the eye, and that's exactly what any lens like this is supposed to produce. This was shot at f1.2, f2 1/250th of a second, ISO 800. Again, just tack sharp, goes into defocus very well, does exactly what it's supposed to do. This one was shot inside the TCF Center in Detroit. They renamed it from Cobo Hall, and one 1/60th of a second, f200, ISO 80. Tack sharp on the eye. Tack sharp. Just nothing too much else to say. Is that it does exactly what it's supposed to, and it throws everything else out and defocus. And you can see the beautiful detail in the skin. You know, some may suggest that, hey, you might want to smooth out the skin, but you know, I don't like to do a lot of those different skin smoothing when I don't have to. But it just does exactly what it's supposed to do. Moving on, this can be a difficult thing for any photographer, and that is getting those shots where you have blades of grass in the way, and they can make for really beautiful shots. And we were able to achieve that here. It took a little bit of work, but we were able to nail the eyes tack sharp. Every single time that we're putting that camera, that our eye autofocus is locking onto there and is getting those images. This is outside. We didn't use any additional lighting. It was all natural light. 1/60th of a second, f2.5 ISO 80. Tack sharp on the eye. That's exactly what we're looking for. This was shot up against the wall. 1/250th of a second, f2.2. We used two lights, a speed light in the back and a 8200, one level of diffusion and an octabank, and tack sharp. Those are contact lenses, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. And she has on a lot of makeup, so that's not any discoloring by the camera, but just absolutely gorgeous. Tack sharp. Moving on. Another beautiful image here. Going straight for the eye. Tack sharp. Beautiful rendering in the image. That's at 1/200th of a second, f2, ISO 80. Here's another one. These can be really difficult. It's shooting, trying to lock focus through a mask. But you can see, tack sharp. Again, we used two lights, same as we did for the last two images. Here we go. This one we shot outside, 1/400th of a second, and we shot this one at 1/400th of a second, f2, 85. Tack sharp on the eyes. I would like to draw your attention to the background. Again, we're shooting at f2, ISO 80, and the 11 blade apertures, producing great bokeh balls in the back. They're much bigger because of the 11 blade aperture that this lens has. But you can see how that bokeh just melts away those trees in the background, and it just really compresses it. Really great looking shot. It does well in black and whites too, and this is someone who had sunglasses on in their face. Tack sharp on the eyeball through glasses, sunglasses that is. We had her just bring them down so we can have a little bit of eye in there, and it locked on. Exactly what we have to see. And I just love the detail in, that's one of the reasons I like shooting cosplay, is just because of the detail you see in these projects. And this is someone who I also shoot fashion, and just the detail that you're able to see and the different things that you can do, the different kinds of outfits that people are able to put together is really really inspiring. Again, here, tack sharp on the eye. Great looking colors, beautifully blown out, and we were able to frame it up with the back of the TCF Center in Detroit, Michigan, and just gorgeous looking. This was at a local park in a suburb of Detroit, and this is a RWBY character. Tack sharp on the eyes. There's a little bit of CR in the, when you shoot at f2, you may get a little bit of that, but just tack sharp, great looking shot. In the past I've had lenses that could not, that would blow out the shoes. They would they would, not be in very good focus. So you can see that's not a problem here. It's a really, really nice full body shot here. Gorgeous looking shot. And our last image, just again another great looking shot here. Full body, the eyes, Jack Sharp, beautiful bokeh in the background. We shot this in a grassy area where there were lots of trees and things like that. But got the image locked onto it very beautifully. You can see the color and everything like that. Just a little bit of light editing on all of these shots, but just tack sharp. The 85 does this job. There's a reason why the lens is expensive. Obviously, the Canon RF lenses are more expensive, but they produce the kind of results that you're looking that you're gonna want. The 1.8 lenses can give you very good results as well, but I like the fact that the 85, I personally think, is something that I can keep for multiple years. And, I feel like it's going to give me these kind of results for years to come, And I would rather spend a little bit extra on a great lens and be able to keep it for years and years and years through multiple different bodies than to have to replace the lens in 3 or 4 years. So that's just my opinion. Other people may think differently, but that's just how I see it. Thanks again for joining me. Please hit that subscribe button. Please visit my website, social media, Facebook, Instagram. Appreciate you very much, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.